Why are they changing the measurement system? Why do we have to use this little gauge? Why are they giving us like shapes and colors instead of numbers and inches? All I would say is I don't personally get like a raging hard on when I use a tape measure, so I don't really care that I don't have access to a tape measure anymore. Hello everybody, Glass Half Dead here, and we're about to read about lasguns can kill from across the board in new kill teams deadly firefights. We kind of know what that means. That alludes to what we said before, where we hypothesized that guns don't have a range apart from certain ones. Let's dive into it, but before we do, I just want to really quickly say that the YouTube analytics give me access to the top 12 other channels that the majority of my viewers actually watch, and they're the big guys. They're like Valrak, Allspex Tactics, Kirioth, blah blah blah, all these people. And I just want to say, none of those big channels have even like acknowledged that Kill Team is has a rule set. They've noticed, obviously, the new plastics that they can use in 40k, but literally none of them have had anything to say about Kill Team. So I just wanted to say, like, I'm not the only person talking about Kill Team either. The more people that talk about it, content creators, the more alive the scene is going to feel. So if you want to just go to the YouTube search bar and type in Kill Team Octarius or Kill Team 2, there are other YouTubers talking about it. Please go and watch their videos as well. Give them a subscribe, give them a like, leave a comment and say, I'm here for the new Kill Team content. Keep it up. Just very seriously, if there aren't content creators making videos for the new Kill Team, everybody, when they go to search and they see one channel, mine, and like one other, maybe if they're lucky, they're going to assume the game's dead. So just keep that in mind. The big Warhammer channels, they're not talking about Kill Team. Okay? They, don't be suckered into thinking that them saying, oh, new Krieg and new commanders is cool. That's not Kill Team. Please recommend in my comments other channels that are covering Kill Team. Okay? Please do that. Kill Team Octarius. Welcome back to our series of articles covering some of the major changes coming to the new edition of Kill Team. The game has been revolutionised from the ground up to deliver the most nail-biting skirmish scale warfare around, which means new systems for movement, shooting and melee combat. Today we're finding out how ranged combat works. But if you're a subscriber to my channel, I'd like to give you a big double hello. Now, I think we can all agree that that was a very wholesome sound. Why is it titled Pirate Win? Under, why is that the name of the song? I don't know, but pirates winning, wholesome, freedom, all that good stuff. If you want yourself a double hello in the next video, like, subscribe, leave a comment right now, and that could be yours. Let's carry on. I haven't read this article yet. I'm reading it along with you. We should probably look at the pictures. The very first thing I noticed is this guy in the back. Oh no. For a moment I thought he was a looter. He's not. He's a normal guy. But we should indeed be sleuthing at pictures. You may have caught a glimpse of some weapon rules when we looked at the revamped data cards yesterday and noticed that they're rather different from what you're used to. Ranged combat has been reworked to better suit the chaotic close-range battles your kill teams will be fighting in the new edition. Whether your operatives are firing careful shots with a lasgun or unleashing torrents of burning promethium from a flamer, there's a lot of both in Kill Team's brutal cinematic trailer, that is true. These updated rules are here to switch up your games. Lasgun, las pistol, just really quickly, because I haven't read this yet, I'm going to scroll down, because I want to see if we see any other datas. A flamer along las? Okay. Alright, exciting. Okay. Alright. We get to them when we get to them. Now, I've already said in a video what all of this does, so I'm going to repeat it and see if I'm right. So, lasgun is attack 4, that means you roll 4 dice. When you're doing a lasgun attack. BSWS, that means you need to roll 4 up on those 4 dice. D, 2/3. 2 is if you roll a 4 up, that's how much damage you'll be doing. If you roll a 6, which is a crit, you'll do 3 damage. Same for the las pistol, but we see here range, it's a pentagon, right? Yeah, range, pentagon. Now, I would say the interesting thing here is that a las pistol obviously has a shorter range, but it's doing exactly the same amount of damage. So that's new. That's new info for us. It's not like, you know, thematically the las gun is firing 4 shots here because it's like held down rapid fire. Not at all. It's just that's how much damage a las bolt does in this game. At a glance, you may be wondering where the las gun's range is marked. Due to the close quarters nature of the kill team battlefield, weapons have unlimited range unless otherwise noted. Confident that their las bolt or plasma blast won't run out of steam before crossing the length of a single warehouse, shooters now have time to consider their angle of attack carefully. Likewise, those on the receiving end are no longer safe at the back of the field and need to take full advantage of the terrain to maintain their safety. I just want to quickly throw out there, in kill team, you were always in range, right? I mean, when were you not in range? 24 inches, the board's 22 by 30. You were in range. The question is, can you see them? You know? At their heart, all ranged weapons share a few key characteristics. The attack stat shows how many shots an operative can take with that weapon. Rolls that equal or exceed their ballistic skill are marked as hits, and rolls of 6 are counted as critical hits. Crits. Okay, we've got all that right. The target must then roll the number of dice equal to their defense stat. Yep. Any results that equal or exceed their save characteristic are marked as a save, with 6s counting as critical saves. Okay, that's cool. I assume they're about to explain what critical save means. Let's keep going. Once all dice have been rolled, the attacker's hit rolls and the target's saves are compared. Crucially, critical hits can only be blocked by 1 critical save or 2 standard saves. Okay, interesting. Any hits that aren't cancelled by a save apply their damage to the target's wound. The split number represents how much damage is inflicted on a normal hit and a critical hit respectively. We're about to scroll down, but if you recall, we had seen that a flamer, assuming our squinting was correct, didn't do any extra damage on the crit. Let's see if they mention that. Lastly, you want to take a note of any special rules and critical hit rules a weapon might have. Interesting. Oh, are they going to explain torrent? Ooh. These grant your ranged attacks a variety of handy buffs that could let you spread shots across multiple targets, change which direction cover is effective from, and more. Interesting. Okay. Flamer. 5 dice. You're rolling 5 dice. You're hitting on 2s. You're doing 2 damage per hit. There is the range, just like the pistol on the las gun there, the las pistol, and torrent, which we don't know, but I assume they're about to tell us. Special rules are always in effect and are often defining factors in how the weapon functions. For example, the flamer has a restricted range. Yep, cool, that's easy. But in return, its torrent ability allows it to attack all models within circle, which is 2 inches, of the initial target. None can escape the scorching flood of promethium at such close range. Now, I assume, in this case, you're not spreading your 5 dice over multiple targets. 1 attack from a flamer is 5 dice. So, with torrent, let's say you have 3 enemies within circle of each other, you are doing 5 dice 3 times on all of those targets. That's just a pure guess, but that's what I think. Now, they have put an asterisk here, so let's go see what that means. In case you missed how ranges work in the... Oh, okay, we saw that. Alright, cool, alright. Okay, so that explains how a flamer works. That's pretty cool. Now we know a little bit more. They're just confirming, yes, we are using a dice pool system, etc. Okay, long las. Critical hit rules, as the name implies, are only applied to critical successes. So that's what this exclamation mark means, right? So it seems like SR is special rule, exclamation mark is critical hit modifier, or whatever. Critical hit rules, as the name implies, are only applied to critical successes. The long las is MW3, short for Mortal Wounds 3. Rule, for instance, inflicts 3 automatic wounds for every critical hit rolled before the unfortunate target has any chance to prevent them. Oh, okay. This rule reflects the devastating effect of a spectacular sniper shot that perfectly targets a gap in enemy armor. Now, we can assume, therefore, that let's say you're rolling your 4 dice and you roll 2 critical hits, you're doing 3 wounds, and then the defender can roll their defense dice. So even if they manage to block your critical hits with 2 critical saves, you still take damage. Okay, so obviously the MW3 is actually going to be very critical, with, I assume, like more powerful weapons like melters and plasmas. We shall see, but that's interesting. Okay, that explains what a mortal wound is as well, so that's cool. Is there anything cool in this picture? Well, it's very cool, I will say, but not specifically. We see this little medic here running, that's nice. As you can see, your weaponry choices are vital in the new edition of Kill Team. Almost every detail on each model has an in-game effect, though some are purely cosmetic, of course. And Kill Team kits come with loads of options, so you can intricately customize every member of your squad and take advantage of each weapon's strengths and special rules. I'm glad they've said that, because I keep seeing a lot of people, even after the last video where I kind of attempted to stress it, you know, the devs have had a little chat in my Discord and have said a few things, kind of putting a few fears to rest, but here it very clearly says you are going to be able to kit them out quite heavily with what you want. Just to quickly back up, I've mentioned this in a few comments, maybe not everybody has seen these comments. The way it seems to be working is slightly different to Kill Team. In Kill Team, you would take your datasheet, let's say 10 Imperial Guard, and you would then have an option, and that was the datasheet. Everyone came from that datasheet, right? You would then have the option to, let's say, I want one of them to be a plasma gunner. So you would give one of them from your limit of 10 models, you know, in your datasheet, because it's coming down from 40k. You can opt to give one of them a plasma gun, and then you can say, okay, and I want that plasma gunner to be a sniper as well. And then you're still pulling it from the same datasheet, so there's nothing like additional to have like as media in front of you, like a card. But you've essentially created your own little, you know, character there. It seems that it's going to work slightly differently. The way we build our lists is going to be different. There are no more like these are 10 men in a datasheet. A standard trooper is a datasheet. A sniper is a datasheet. A demolitions is a datasheet. And so we're going to have their abilities on their datasheet. And then we saw yesterday's datasheet, there was a regular trooper veteran. He only had access to a lasgun and a bayonet. And I think a lot of people got a little bit scared. They said, oh, well, where's all the other weapon options? They're on different datasheets. Of course you can't give a regular trooper you know, any possible selection of weapons. But if you go to the sniper datasheet, then you see the long las. If you go to the demo datasheet, maybe then we see the flamer, the bomb, etc. So it seems they're changing the way you build a list, that's all. They haven't removed any customization. That's something the devs have really wanted to stress, and they've put it here, but maybe they haven't stressed it quite enough. Anyway, let's finish up. We're already mulling over ideas for kill teams we want to build. Me too, nice. Under the new rules, creating a squad is going to be loads of fun. Luckily, there's not long to wait before we can all start experimenting, as pre-orders for the massive Kill Team Octarius box go live in August. In the meantime, we'll continue to give you a peek behind the curtain of the new edition, including tomorrow's dive into the brutal world of melee combat. Asterisk. Which is, after all, the veteran guardsmen might be content to blaze away with their las guns, but the commandos in Kill Team Octarius are going to want to get stuck in. And don't forget to check out the updated Kill Team website. Yeah, so we have no idea what tomorrow's melee combat system is at all. Everything here we'd already worked out, and as my patrons will know, I mentioned this yesterday as well, my patrons already know, I've already written a script to explain the statistics of using a dice pool and the benefits of that over using just a single d6 system. Generally, the benefits are good. There you go. Like, there's no negatives, really. You get a wider range of results, and you have to do less mental mathematics to, like, figure out what you need to roll. And dice pools, if there's a bonus to the attacker, they get another dice. If there's a bonus to the defender, you get another dice, etc., etc. In my opinion, it's a better system. It's certainly a more modern system, and I'm definitely happy to see Games Workshop being willing to play around with more modern systems, so it's really cool. That's the end of the video. I don't think I have anything else to say about this, because everything they've said here is relatively basic, like it's just a core design thing within the game. Oh, so I suppose I should have said this yesterday. There's still so much talk about, why are they changing the measurement system? Why do we have to use this little gauge? Why are they giving us like shapes and colors instead of numbers and inches? All I would say is I don't personally get like a raging hard on when I use a tape measure, so I don't really care that I don't have access to a tape measure anymore. Anyway, if you've watched the end of the video, I'd like to give you a big triple hello. Thank you very much for watching. Even though at the beginning of this video I highly recommended everybody go and watch other channels about Kill Team, I'm still a small channel myself, but if you are new here, I'd like to say a big hello to you. Seriously, I hope you're in it for the long run in the new Kill Team reboot that we're getting. Thank you very much. And hey, if you're new and made it to the end of the video, nice. I'm using a new microphone. Can you please tell me how the sound quality is in this microphone compared to my previous videos? If you haven't noticed a difference and it sounded fine, that's fine, that's enough. You don't have to actually go and compare, obviously. But if when you clicked play, you were thinking to yourself, huh, that's a bit weird, what's going on? I bought this, it's a wireless headset, so I can like move around wire-free, baby. And I picked it up because the microphone on this is I watched lots of videos. This is the best wireless headset microphone. So if you could just let me know how my voice sounds, that'd be awesome. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. This has been Glass Half Dead. Thank you for watching the end of the video. I think I already said triple hello. If I didn't, this is your triple hello. Very pleasant, nice. I hope you had a good day and continue to have a good day. Goodbye.